But you're essentially making 3 movies a year, though. I mean, that actually is...
Well, no, 3 movies every 2 years. Let's not exaggerate our tiny attainments. But in the same period, it must be said, Guy Ritchie's only made 2.
Yeah.
Does he get any hassle? No.
Yeah.
We get all the hassle from making quite a lot. A number I've forgotten. How many will be made?
It'll be 13 soon.
Yeah.
That's almost a season.
Yeah.
Hey!
Or as the Americans would say, half a season.
Half a season, yeah.
And that's, as an actor, the real pleasure to play. And my God, is there a lot of that in this series? A lot of things come home to roost, which is fantastically exciting. But it's
full of chickens.
It's full of rooks, ravens, chickens, birds. Yeah, any kind of nesting animal you care to mention. And the level of invention and sheer ballsiness of it. I mean, it's a properly... yeah, I mean, the one we're doing now is so ambitious.
And there's also there's so many great undercurrents running under the show. There's just this recurring themes about addiction and broken relationships and dealing with mental health. How important was that? How important was that for you guys to...
Yes, Stephen, there is. You didn't even know.
I just thought it was some stories about a man in the flat.
Yeah, I thought he was solving crimes. What show do you think this is?
CSI Miami?
No, sorry, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
I would imagine, from the writer's point of view, I mean, the actors are so brilliant that it's quite nice to throw things at them and take them out of their comfort zone and give you stuff to play with, I think, as well, isn't it?
It's literally nice to throw things at Amanda.
Yeah. And toys to play with, yeah.
So long as Benedict always wears the coat and we never change the coat. I'm quite hung up on the coat.
Yeah. All H coat obsessees. I'll stick up for Sue. Sometimes that coat needs to come off for 2 reasons. He wears other... Yeah. You're darn tootin'. Yeah, that reason too.
Half of Hall H might need a minute. See in the background at the beginning of that video, they had all those notes up on the board, and one of them said, Doctor Who Sherlock crossover, and then in Stephen's writing, over my dead body, with a bunch of exclamation points.
I think you'll find that was my handwriting.
It's not fair.
Was that Mark's
it's
handwriting?
not fair. I am not the one who blocks the Doctor Who Sherlock crossover.
Yeah.
It is everybody else at this table that blocks it, right?
No, it's Trump.
Yes, it is Trump.
He did it.
It's the first part of his plan.
We can't let these two get together.
He's going to build a wall.
I'd love.
I like Doctor Who. I like Sherlock. I like Doctor Who. I like Sherlock. I like both. I want them together. What can I say? I like them.
Hey, wait. Biopic?
I'm saying.
Orange face?
I can dye my hair. I like being black. I didn't. That's the first time I've ever done a Donald Trump. Yeah. Tears. Sorry? Drunk Sherlock. No.
I thought you said jump Sherlock. That's
Somebody out there should do just a specialist cosplay of drunk Sherlock. That'd be brilliant. Just wandering around.
Last time we were here, there were lots of people in white sheets. I can't see any.
It's a treat, so you don't really want to muck around with that. There are moments, actually, I'm trying to think in this particular series as well, where it does get looser for good reason, you know, in every regard. I mean, psychologically with what Sherlock goes through and what Watson goes through and what we all go through, which, yeah, the form of it being that sort of, I don't know what I'm saying. Just rabbiting on. Yeah, there's a looseness, but you've got a very strict tempo to obey with the scripts. I think that's what I'm trying to say. English, I don't know.
No,
it's before we got here as well. Hello, that sounded like a cat.
It was a cat.
It's a Meowth.
And we had a lot of cake, didn't we, Benedict?
Catlock.
We had a lot of cake last week.
A lot of cake. We had a lot of cake last week. Yeah, I've had to hit the train.
Somebody's birthday.
Thank you very much. What's going on? I need more sleep.
No, would you have read the file about your partner's past? Would you have read?
Oh God, I would. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll read anything. Yeah, anything to do with anybody's past, I'm all over that.
And everything you've been told up until that point is a dirty lie.
Right.
Which I always like that to happen at some point in the day, because that's the truth of your life. Everyone's lying to you. An assassin.
I sort of expected it to be, well, this is a standalone, this is a separate sort of fun thing that we're going to do.
Well, you expected that because we explicitly told you that's what it was.
Yes.
Which shows the power of lying.
Back to Trump. Yay!
And I'm very happy in Victorian garb. Not least because, well, we talked about the coat a lot, so that doesn't appear too much in that one. But the hair, it's just so much easier having slick back hair, I can't tell you. I spent longer in that chair getting my hair, what is it, diffused and curled, whatever.
What
I'm
is
there
the
longer than most
Sherlock?
of the ladies.
What is the Sherlock hair process for cosplayers
It'll take
out
too
there?
long.
Oh, they all know.
Take too long
It's
to
twist and
explain.
diffuse. Yeah, I think it's got its own hashtag somewhere. Yeah.
So I guess we can infer that because you're playing with time, that is technically a Doctor Who crossover.
Oh God, it's happened.
It's as close as you'll ever get. But along the way, he's having fun. He's
Turning his
making,
brother into Jabba the Hutt.
and a lot of things are resolved. A lot of things are raised.
I'm not saying anything.
It's a bloodhound.
Yes.
It was the best thing we could do on the day with that dog was take photographs because it wouldn't fucking move.
It wouldn't move.
It just wouldn't move. The stage directions were, Mary
Races
gets
off.
dragged around London by a voracious bloodhound, and it literally. The owner said, "Yeah, it doesn't like
doesn't
concrete much."
And it doesn't like crowds.
in London.
Doesn't like
it
pavement.
Doesn't like people.
Doesn't like people.
We were in a
doesn't like the
market
sky.
in London.
Urban, not urban.
It's not an urban dog. Brilliant.
Fantastic. We found our perfect match for an urban scene with a dog that's supposed to drag.
There's one point I was literally pulling, and I pulled and just ended up on my back just because he just wouldn't move. He was lovely, very affectionate, but just sat there for the whole time. And we ended up getting a bit hysterical, didn't
Yeah.
we? We were kind of
was,
just like,
yeah,
Ben and
it
I were
was.
going, this is insane.
I mean, you have to
What are we
work
gonna
very,
do?
very hard to play Sherlock Holmes in London
there
and
a
not
part
feel
you're being
an
pulled
iota of being self-conscious. And then when you have a bit of slathering concrete on the end of a lead, it just loses all semblance
And in
of
the end, you
seriousness.
remember, I had to have
Yeah.
like
prop
a
man.
prop man. And he was holding the lead, and he
Dragging
was out
around
of
her.
shot, pulling me along because the dog was over there having a fag and a pint of beer. We fight. She's pregnant when we open the fourth series.
Pregnant forever.
She's pregnant. She's more pregnant than an elephant. She's got the longest gestation period I've ever known. Yeah, it was.
And we got newborn babies. It really surprises me that somebody would give their newborn baby over for you to
Yeah.
play with.
Here,
You're the
have
producer.
this
You
thing.
hire them. We need someone out there to give our baby. No, it's a strange thing, and obviously babies are on a schedule, so it's always tricky, and you can't match necessarily what you're doing at filming day with the baby's routine. So
You have a baby now.
Yeah. Ben has a baby.
I do have a baby.
And he's
Do you want to know how little you're learning about Series 4? We are actually talking about working with children and animals.